What's going on, guys and sports fans? It's your boy Dread, and this is a UFC 118 review. Now, I want to talk about the two main events. Overall, the pay-per-view was pretty good undercard fights, like the Gray Maynard fight. Of course, he won. But what I really wanted to talk about is the self-build boxing versus MMA fight between James Toney and Randy the Natural Couture. And for me, I didn't even bother making a prediction of that fight because it wasn't a matter of who's gonna win. It's a matter of how fast is this shit gonna be over. And it was, because if you've seen the fight, Randy Couture whooped his ass. It was a thorough domination. It wasn't even a fight. It was just an all-out slaughter. And of course, when you throw a boxer who has no kind of grappling discipline, no kind of jiu-jitsu or any other form of martial arts against an experienced MMA fighter like Randy Couture, it's pretty much like covering yourself in shark blood and jumping in the water full of sharks. It's pretty much just like bringing a knife to a gunfight. He didn't stand a chance. He did not land one strike throughout that entire freaking fight. Sure, he tried to put up a defense, but we see how well that did. And here's the whole fight, and just summarized in one sentence: takedown, mounted strikes, submission. That's pretty much it. That was the whole fight. And this doesn't solve shit in the whole boxing versus MMA. So of course you're gonna have boxing fans going to MMA fans. You're gonna have MMA fans going to boxing fans. Now, to tell you the truth, I like both of them, but I'm predominantly a boxing fan because basically I've been watching boxing for longer. That's why. But that doesn't mean I like MMA anymore or any less. But that fight, I can't even call that shit a good fight because it wasn't. It was a domination. And what's next for both of them? Well, what's next for let's see, what's next for Randy Couture? He probably needs to retire because he's 47. And what James lights out Toney, since he got his lights turned out, he probably just needs to go sit on the couch, drink some beer, eat some cheeseburgers to feed that belly of his. Because you see how he looked at the weigh-in. And for the BJ Penn Frankie Edgar fight, it was pretty much more the same. I don't know what the hell BJ Penn was doing. Well, you know what? I know exactly what he was doing. He was waiting for him. He was way too stationary. Instead of pressing the action with his striking, which is just as good as Frankie Edgar's, he was waiting for Frankie Edgar to make a mistake so he can counter. And he should have used his grappling and jiu-jitsu a lot more, but he didn't. And people complained about him, but, well, they didn't complain about it. People wanted to say how he was the bigger fighter, but what does the bigger fighter mean if you can't touch him, especially a little speedy guy like Frankie Edgar? And Frankie Edgar retained his UFC lightweight championship, and I don't know where the hell they're going to go after this one. But they said that Frankie Edgar might rematch Gray Maynard, but we'll see. And I personally think BJ Penn should move up in weight anyway, but he can't move up now. Maybe he needs to fight a bum and then move up in weight. We'll see what happens. Tell me what you think about this pay-per-view, UFC fans and boxing fans alike. It's been Dread Metal Sports. Peace.